Hey, what is up, guys? Sticky F here with another Pokemon narrated Wi-Fi battle for you. This is a NU/UU match, I guess, versus 1Mil456, a good friend of mine from YouTube. And I'm narrating this at 1:30 in the morning, which is pretty late for me, since as I have been drinking and I have college tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, this was my NU team versus 1Mil456 UU team. So my Camtasia Studio has been really stupid, and I had to record using the Dejume thing, which was just not very nice because I haven't been able to speed up the battle and whatnot. So it is going to be at normal pace. But anyway, I figured I could use this video to kind of talk to you guys anyway, and you know, all of that stuff should be kind of cool. But it does mean it's an 11-minute, 12-minute video, which kind of sucks. It's a bit long, but you know, it's all good. So I can basically narrate, I suppose. So I lead off with my Hippopotas because I like to think I put a lot of thought into my new team because it's kind of set up well to work with each other. I mean, I lead out with my Hippopotas, I get up the Stealth Rocks here, see the Yuxi, and I know some Yuxis are carrying the Mega or the Giga Drain because, I don't know, it's just a good set with the Calm Mind, I suppose. So, actually, I guess I could kind of talk about a few tips, I guess. So yeah, let's talk about team building. So when I generally build a team, what I kind of look for initially is 2 special attacking pokes, 2 physical pokes, a defense wall and a special defense wall. I mean, that works really well. So I mean, if I was talking about I don't know, like OU, and let's just start with OU. I mean, if I'm talking about OU, then special attacking pokes. Well, let's talk about the ones I've been using lately. I've been using Azelf because you know, most people kind of know me for my Azelf. It's become pretty famous lately, so I like to use that a lot. And my other special attacking poke that I've been using lately, which is a new addition, is my Shaman. It's not a Skyform Shaman because that is banned in 4th gen. It is Uber, but yeah, I like to use the standard Shaman with the Life Orb. Oh, my phone just went off. How magical, right when I'm recording. Anyway, yeah, I like to use that Shaman because it's pretty fast, it's got an overall good special attack, it's fairly bulky, I mean, it's naturally bulky anyway, and it just does a good job. It's got quite a good move pool. You know, I like to run the Earth Power and stuff, the Seed Flare, especially with the high spec death drop. It's just really good, so I like to use that. But yeah, for the defense wall in OU, I'd like to run my Shuckle. Even though it is an NU poke, I like to run Shuckle because I think Shuckle deals with even the Ubers really well, actually. I've taken on a few Ubers with my OU team, because I don't battle Ubers because I don't really see the point. I actually play better with just OU, so I tend to use that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure what's going on the screen right now. It's kind of just frozen there. I'm not really sure why. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, so I like to use Shuckle because it does deal with that stuff really well. For a special defense wall, now a lot of people like to run a Blissey. I don't like to run a Blissey. I do like to run a Chansey. The reason is because I like to convince myself that I'm not a whore, but you know, you're still running a Chansey, so I'm still kind of a whore. But I like to run Chansey anyway because Chansey's boss and yeah, beast mode and all that good shit. So I run Chansey, special defense wall. For physical attackers in OU, I mean, I've even used this this Metacham as a choice scarf set, which works really well actually with the pure power ability. So I do like to run that a lot. So the other stuff I like to run, another physical attacking poke. Oh god, in OU. Oh, of course, my choice banded Infernape. That's become pretty popular. I know that's always been kind of a horde set and a lot of people like to use it and stuff, but I like to think that I was using it quite early on in the Wi-Fi battling scene, and I've been around for a while now. I've been Wi-Fi battling for about 4 months, I think, and I like to think that I'm getting a little bit good at it by now. But yeah, I do like to run the banded Nape because it seems to work really well. It's a good revenge killer, and even though I do choice bandit, I think it's always a good idea to run Mach Punch because, you know, I've seen so many battles where choice banded Mach Punch, it's been their only poke left, and they've been able to lock themselves into Mach Punch and really go and clear shit up. So I think that's definitely a good idea. So I mean, like, I don't battle UU and I don't battle Borderline because, I mean, there's only, I'm gonna say roughly 10 because I think there's give or take 2 or 3, but I think there's 10 or 13 or something like that pokes in Borderline. So it's really not worth it. But UU I don't battle purely because I haven't been bothered to create a team yet, so that's just laziness on my part. But NU, I like to battle NU a lot. And as you can see here, for physical attacking pokes, I like to run the Meta Champ with pure power ability. I change the item pretty much every match, from Choice Scarf, Choice Band, and Choice Band pure power is just ridiculous. Life Orb, Expert Belt, you know, all that kind of good stuff. The other physical attacking poke I have on here is a Choice Scarf Flareon. I never change the set on that, and if I do run a Scarf on my Meta Champ, then I take out my Flareon. But the Flareon tends to work really well. It's got really high attack. Now don't quote me on this because I'm really not sure, but I think its attack is about 394, but I'm really not sure on that. So yeah, I like to run that, and that's running I think it's running Flare Blitz. Again, don't quote me, I haven't used it in quite a while. Bite, because you know it's just type coverage of a ghost and stuff. Superpower, because you know like rock types tend to wall fire types and stuff like that. And I'm also running something else, but I'm escaping my mind at the moment. So defense wall that I like to run in NU would definitely be my Gligar. Now it's really straight. Sorry, it would be my Shuckle, but anyway, I just want to talk about my Gligar because there's actually something behind my Gligar not many people know, and that's it is an evasion hacks bastard, to be honest. That sounds really British. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, Gligar. And the reason why is because I lead with Hippopotas, which gets the sand up. And I mean, nobody really uses weather teams in NU, and I haven't seen many. I mean, there are some ice and some water, rain dance teams and stuff like that, but you just don't tend to see it very often. So I do like to get the sandstorm up really early, and basically whenever I get into a tight situation in the match, I like to switch in my Gligar, and its EVs are placed solely in attack and speed, and I basically just set up the sub. I'm running the leftovers, and I'll keep setting up the sub until somebody misses, and that gives me an opportunity to set up a free sword dance. And it is ideal to be faster than them, because if you're faster you can set up a sword dance, and if they break your sub you can always set up a sub next turn, you know, hope. So if you are slower, you kind of need to guess and predict when the sub's going to break, and if you can take the hit without breaking or not. Otherwise it could cost you a Gligar. But you know, it's really good because that saved me in a few battles as well. But relying on hacks kind of sucks, you know, I don't really like to do it, but I mean that's what Gligar does best. So I like to set up the sword dance, and I'm actually running substitute sword dance, aerial ace, and earthquake. Earthquake because it's stab, and the aerial ace is for anything that the earthquake won't hit, i.e. flying types, and even a few grass types like Torterra. I mean, it just works so well on Torterra because Torterra is a grass type, so naturally it's weak to the air slash. So if you got two sword dances up, it's just gonna OHKO it. So that's really nice. I'd like to say that my Gligar is adamant nature, but again I really couldn't quote you on that. And here's the other Triomite that you see, and this is actually an example of exactly what I do. I set up the substitute until he misses, get up two sword dances, and I'm gonna take it out with an air slash. So Gligar is really helpful in NU. So the other thing is why I run the sword dance is because of situations like this where they like to use rest, and for me that's just like, okay, I'll set up now. But special defense wall in NU can be pretty difficult. I know the acoustic kind, or Scott, likes to run the Hypno, which is really good. Hypno has really high special defense. I'm not sure what I'm using in this match. I'm using Articuno, because although it does take half HP damage to stealth rocks, that kind of sucks. It is 4 times weak to rock, so it's ideal to carry a rapid spinner with Articuno. But if I see somebody and it looks like they're going to set up rocks, usually I'll just switch in Articuno straight away, or you know, hopefully I'll be bringing a rapid spinner or something. I usually run a Hitmonchan, but you know, sadly you can't always do that, because I think I've got a pretty solid NU team here, and I do have to kind of sacrifice that. But it doesn't really matter, because if I switch in my Articuno, then I can just roost off any damage, and it will wall anything to holy hell. It's such a good poke, and I think I'm running Hill Bell, Ice Beam, Roost, and Roar, which is a really good set. I'm max HP, max special defense, and I think I'm at a calm nature, so that works really well for me. I'm really not sure what the nature is, but if I had to guess, I'd say calm. So yeah, with lefties, so that works really well. So yeah, that's a little look behind my NU team, what I like to run. Again, for OU, it's the same principle. I just kind of find two special attackers, two physical attackers, a defense wall, and a special defense wall. Although it kind of depends on what kind of team you're going for. I mean, it depends who I'm playing. Sometimes I'll make a team for an opponent that I'm facing. So like, I know a few people's play styles, and if I'm playing somebody I know who likes to hit hard, then I'll bring a team of slightly bulkier Pokemon. And if I'm facing somebody, you know, that just likes to just be on the defensive, then I'll take a slightly more offensive team. So like in 5th gen, for example, I know Choice Specs Raikou with Volt Change is becoming quite popular these days. I'm just going to check my phone and see who texts me this time of the morning. Oh my god, it's Beckage. Oh dear god. Yeah. Anyway, moving slightly away from that, I'm not going to read that, it's massively long. Yeah. So basically, Gligar is going to work here in NU, as it does. And I have to be honest with you guys, I was really skeptical here about, you know, bringing in my NU team against a UU team. But Gligar, he's not called the Grim Reaper for nothing. He will literally tear shit up in NU, and he's such a good poke. And while I got the chance, I do just want to take the time to quickly say, you know, I do apologise for the slight glitchiness in the video. I mean, you guys might not be experiencing it, but I certainly am in Sony Vegas, but you guys might not. But in any case, I apologise, and Camtasia will be up and running again. Well, it is now, but that's another thing I have to say to you guys. At the moment at college, it's the gig nights, and basically the tutors will say, you know, next month we're doing a tribute gig, and you guys are going to pick somebody to tribute, and your gig's going to be in a month's time. Well, it turns out it is the month. We're doing the gigs. We had a gig last night, which was really cool. Sorry about that, just hit my mic. Everybody was really good at the gig. Tonight is the PM2 gig, and that's the group below me, the year below me. I'm PM3. So tonight will be the PM3 gig as well. My best mate's playing, and then on Thursday is another gig, which is what I'm playing at. So, you know, I'm not going to be uploading any content in the next day or two, but over the weekend I'll certainly be getting up more parts for the walkthrough, for the black and white walkthrough. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Actually, that should be really cool, and hopefully I can get some more Wi-Fi battles up for you guys. So this looks to be the end of the battle here, and I'm just gonna finish off the Blaziken with Claymore. And I was really surprised I still had this thing at this point in time, and it basically all depended on whether I could take that last attack, and I did. So it's a really good game. 1Mil456. Thanks for the battle, dude. Please guys, go check him out. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more narrated Pokemon Wi-Fi battles uploaded in high definition. Thanks guys. Toosh!